Gwyneth denied eating out with the Sussexes at a sushi restaurant and spilled Meghan's agency WME stalked Cameron. Meghan's agency quickly spread the news that Meghan and Harry were joined by their celebrity friends Gwyneth Paltrow and Cameron Diaz when they stepped out after the Duke's return from the coronation ceremony. Sources close to WME reported that they met at a sushi bar on Friday. Harry and Meghan were thought to have been joined by Gwyneth Paltrow and her husband, TV producer Brad Falchuk, as well as Bumble chief executive Whitney Wolfe Herd and her husband, Texas oil heir Michael Herd. The Sussexes were seen outside the restaurant with Diaz, Madden and their bodyguard Dave Langdown last Friday, but there were no pictures of Paltrow, Herd or their spouses. Today, Gwyneth Paltrow's agent denies that she was at the restaurant with Harry and Meghan. Meanwhile, Meghan asked her own agency to stalk Cameron Diaz. Meghan found out that Cameron and her husband were going to eat there and gate crashed it, so she could pretend she's hanging out with A-listers. There are no pictures of Paltrow with the PR folks saying, didn't happen. Cameron isn't even looking up from a phone to acknowledge Meghan, while Meg smiles insanely for the camera. Cameron really didn't know Meghan and Harry were there. She and her husband were only photographed by Meghan's pap for PR while they were unaware. Source revealed that WME knew the information about the places that Cameron went to, so that Meghan also arranged to go there and approach the celebrity. Cameron was not happy having Meghan's backgrid photographer snapping pictures of her. This habit of Meghan's getting photos without a celebrity's permission, using them to claim friendship, publishing these photos, which is an invasion of their privacy, it's going to quickly make her a complete outcast in Hollywood. In photos, Harry and Meghan leave the restaurant. Cameron and her husband are stood there while Cameron's looking in a bag for something. Meghan spots them and has a huge grin on her face. Harry looks to be pulling her back and then she walks by them. Look at the pictures in the whole story, they're displayed in a backwards order. It literally looks like they left just after Cameron and ran into them because Cameron was checking her bag. Judging from the other photos, she has no eye contact with Diaz and probably not with Paltrow either. But she knows she's being photographed, so she probably simulates the joy of acknowledging someone who will or will not soon acknowledge her. So that the article that said they had dinner at the sushi restaurant with Cameron Diaz and Benji Madden was a huge exaggeration. The A-list stars were there, but they weren't with the Harkles. Real celebrities value quiet, private lives. They don't want to be recognised while just out for a nice dinner with their spouse. Therefore, they'd be angry as being stalked by Meghan Markle. At the end of all this, Meghan's team has released the news to the press, saying Meghan and Harry meet the A-listers to share the hardship of life in Montecito and the difficulties of being rich and famous and having to deal with paparazzi photographing you as you arrive for dinner with neighbours at the local restaurant.